Michelle turned on the stereo after the worst moment of her life. The song that was playing, Count It All Joy. At first, Michelle was angry. Then she knew she had a choice to make.
We were so excited. We were allowing our imaginations to run rampant, okay? We had colors and names and parties and all the things we were gonna do. And the nurse checked and said, "I'm so sorry."
Michelle Wilkins has sung with some of the top artists in the Christian music scene, from Mandisa to Toby Mac. All that time on stage didn't compare to the joy of finding out she and her husband Michael were expecting their first child.
I remember the day that we, saw the 2 lines and we said, "We're pregnant."
We went for a regular routine. We're all excited to hear the baby's heartbeat again and see what's going on. And my wife looks at her and she says, "Is everything okay?" And then the lady says, "Oh, I'm so sorry, but there's no longer a heartbeat." It hurt it was like a pain I had never felt before. No parent should lose a child or have to go through that.
My husband collapses on my chest and he begins to weep, but I'm feeling numb. It's kind of like, what are you gonna do? How are you gonna feel in this moment? I get into the car and I look down and I see the title of the song, and it's called Count It All Joy. And I remember staring at those words, swelling of anger, frustration. Who wrote that? How in the world can you count it all joy when you go through various trials and tribulations? And I literally felt in that moment that it was like a crossroads moment for me. I felt like, do you want to find out how that's possible?
My wife was humming in the car when we left, and that humming turned to singing when we got home, and that singing turned into 4 or 5 hours of praise in our house, and the atmosphere changed. We really felt his presence lift us up, love on us, and we felt like we can do this again and the Lord has our back.
I bought 2 onesies and I put them in my closet, and every single day I would say, "Oh, I can't wait to hug you. I can't wait to kiss your sweet faces. I can't wait to hold you." I can't explain it, but in that time of worship, I just knew that I was gonna have 2 children. I feel like the Lord gave me permission to contend for that promise.
The Wilkins endured the heartbreak of 2 more miscarriages. Still, through the sorrow, they clung tightly to the hope of God's whispered promise, the gift of 2 children.
It wasn't easy, hearing, "I'm sorry, you lost another one. I'm sorry, you lost another one." They were all literally felt like gut punches.
I kept saying, "Let's try again," every time the doctor would say, "I'm so sorry, no longer a heartbeat."
They kept trying, clinging to hope through each disappointment. Prayers were answered, they were pregnant again, and this time, fear turned to tears of joy as they held their healthy baby boy for the first time.
Very surreal moment for me, seeing my wife hold our son. He's my namesake, so just holding him for the first time, it just flooded my heart with joy.
A strong baby, we had it was just a beautiful time of celebrating what God had done.
We just figured, oh, okay, now we're on good ground now. We should be good. We should have our second child, and everything should, go as planned. And unfortunately, we found ourselves right back in the place we were initially going through. A few more miscarriages.
I would go in my room, shut the door, and say, "I don't understand." I would be weeping, and I would say, "But Lord, I'm gonna believe that I'm not crazy. I know that I heard you. I know what you said, and I'm going to cling to your words. Every single thing that you said, I'm clinging to it. I promise you I'm not letting go."
In pursuit of God's second promise, the couple endured 5 more heartbreaking miscarriages, 8 in total. The weight of it left Michael with a deep weariness.
I told my wife I was done. I couldn't go on the emotional roller coaster anymore. I was finished, and I didn't want to try anymore.
I went to my closet again, and I had a very intense conversation with the Lord, and I said, "Lord, you said 2. You said 2. And I said, you speak to my husband's heart. You touch his heart."
I didn't want to miss out on the promise that the Lord had given us too. I was like, you said we were going to have 2 children. I want our second child.
A couple weeks later, my husband comes to me and says, "You know what? I had some time with the Lord, and I feel like it's okay to try again." And that's when we had our second child. The moment number 2 was born, There was this full sense of relief that just came over me. Gratitude was overwhelming. God, you did it. You said too, and here are these 2 boys you have given me. We walked through this incredible journey of highs and lows with the Lord, and now we've come to the end of that journey victoriously.
After everything they walked through, the loss, the waiting, the hope, the Wilkins reflect on the faithfulness of God and the gifts they hold today.
The first thing that floods my heart is gratefulness, thankfulness, joy to see our promises in front of us, tangibly in front of us. The Lord is faithful. He does what he says he's going to do. I love being a dad. It's the greatest feeling I've ever had in my life. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world.
I learned about a God who is literally a treasure in dark places. I got to see him come to my rescue, and it has built up our faith in ways that I am so grateful for. The Lord knows, and so I wouldn't change a thing.